clap back. Then what happened?
Got it.
Okay?
This is definitely a clip moment.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yo, Amanda, you want to do the intro today? I have nothing in mind, so I don't know what to do.
Hey guys, welcome to ABU. You sure you want me to do the intro?
Oh, go
Hey
ahead.
guys, welcome to ABU.
Welcome to ABU. This is
Yeah.
one half of
Your mic's
original.
up
Oh, well,
Yeah.
she wasn't talking. She was.
Over there. Thank you.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? The one here, along with my co-host Tyler, founder, Amanda. Zay's not here. Sorry for that, but she's gonna be back soon. So
Word.
today's topic, y'all.
Oh, self-improvement. You want to take it away, Tyler? Tyler, you want to take it away? Why are you laughing for?
That was a really good intro. I don't know what to say.
High five, man. You did great.
Y'all did
did
that.
great.
But yeah, like they
Jeez,
said,
man.
today's topic is self-improvement, ways we can improve ourselves, mentally, physically, spiritually.
Word.
I feel like I'm missing one. Mentally.
Emotionally.
Emotionally. Yes.
Noted.
Emotionally. So how y'all want to do this? Y'all want to we each say one about a specific topic, or y'all want to just freeball it?
I say we do. I don't know, pick one out of 4.
So we
So
pick
freeball
one, and
it.
then we talk about that one, then go to the next one and talk about that.
Yeah.
one.
Unless
Okay,
you just want to just. No, I say that's better because
That's-
then it would
yeah,
just be
that's better.
2. Yeah, let's do that.
Because there's 4 of it, and there's 3 of us, so someone will have to do 2. And
Okay,
I am
bet.
not doing 2.
Start
Yeah,
with
I'm
physically.
You want to start off with physical?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we want to start off with physical, how to improve yourself physically, in a physical manner. Who wants to start off?
I think it's better this side of the room, doesn't it?
Why don't you want to do it first?
Yeah, like,
Bruh, like, do you not see this?
see what? Purple?
Maybe it's a good idea Amanda does start off. All right, Dawn, you started off. How do you think people can help themselves improve in a physical state?
Working out, eating healthy, and just that in general.
But how do you get yourself there?
You have to. Well, we're gonna get to that part later. With
Oh, mentally.
Yeah.
Damn! It kind of like all like,
It all
it's like, it all
connects to
comes
each other,
together.
but at certain steps, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say physical. Well, one thing I know about improving yourself physically is to remember to keep a good sense of hygiene
For real.
physically, because good hygiene, it helps with a good mental health. So you gotta know. I don't gotta say all this stuff remember to brush your teeth, wash your hair, all that stuff.
Deodorant.
Deodorant.
Showers.
Emphasis on
showers.
deodorant.
Yup. Emphasis on
Emphasis
deodorant.
on deodorant.
Lotion. Keep that lotion.
You don't want to be like
ashy
a
out here.
reptile.
Speaking to all my black people, don't be ashy out here, bro. But yeah, just good hygiene is basically a way to improve not only your physical self, but your mental state as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess improving yourself physically. I mean, it's gonna be mentally in it as well. You can't just. I mean, obviously, everybody knows. Like, obviously, to improve yourself physically, you kind of do the work. But to get up and actually do it, it is a part of mental. But just remember, you're not gonna feel bad after a workout. You're always gonna feel good. You might wake up tired. Do it tired.
Did you say you'll wake up tired?
You might wake up tired. Yeah, some people wake up energetic. You never know.
You could wake up tired.
Yeah, you could wake up tired. You
I
don't
wake
feel
up
like
tired
doing it.
every
You be
day.
tired that entire day. Well, work out tired, and you'll feel better, regardless. No matter. I mean, I mean, it's not like everybody. You can work out, but I had to for a reason, and I used to be exhausted. Like, I don't want to do this, but I had to do it. After that, I felt good. So, I think you definitely. It's just discipline. If you're not a person who's that good with this self-discipline, that's also part of physical improvement. Because there's also a lot of factors into it. You could continue doing that one thing, whether it's running, weights, whatever you consider physical sports, if you keep on keeping that rotation, that's definitely, you're learning discipline with that as well. So
So you're saying discipline.
comes with with physical self-improvement, yeah. And it kind of alters your mind in a bit, because you're also working on your body, but body and mind kind of like connect sometimes. Well, it should most of the times, but
It definitely
yeah.
does.
So if you feel good, if you put into your body good stuff, your mind is gonna be thinking good. If you don't feel good now, you don't feel comfortable in your body, well, I'm not gonna lie, you got two hands and like, two legs, like, what are you doing? Get up. Why are you sitting down being all sad for? Like, get up, for real. Just do what you need to do, make out a plan and go for it. It might not feel good, you might be sad about it, but you'd rather be happy than sad, for real.
You heard it here first from Amanda. If you're ever sad, just stand up.
Just stand up, dude.
Just stand up. That's all it is. If you're sad,
That's it. It's like,
stand up.
Stand up, for
Pick
real.
yourself up. Just stand up.
Yeah.
Literally. I would say another factor into improving yourself physically also be eating well, eating good.
Mhm.
Don't fill yourself up with junk food, of course. Like, eat healthy, eat in moderation. And that can also help. That can also help strive you to a good mindset.
Yeah. And it depends on the goal too.
Word.
Cutting, bulking, staying, staying your regular. It really depends your goal, but sometimes not all advice is always going to resonate. Just takes what your goal is going to be. Take the advice that resonates with that goal. So,
Very
yeah.
true.
You wouldn't need, moderation as in like macros and stuff when it comes to physical. But if you're on a bulking, try not to dirty bulk, I guess.
Just don't dirty bulk.
Just don't dirty bulk. Just
Don't dirty bulk.
eat mad healthy food, I guess, or what you consider is like good, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna put a lid on physical. What should we cover next?
Mental, because
Yeah,
mental
cool,
and then
let's-
emotional.
Alright, yeah. Let's hit mental. So we're gonna go to you, Amanda. How do you feel that people at home should, if they want to self-improve themselves, how would they do it mentally?
Okay, so like I said, take what resonates, because everyone's mental health is very different. You wouldn't want to improve mentally if you feel like you're in a good state, but it's okay to be in I guess like a limbo. Is that the word? Or like just
Like a middle ground?
like a middle ground. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes self-improvement has like a plateau, so don't feel that you always need to like step it up every month. Don't be like me and stress yourself out with that.
Only self-improve if you feel like you need to self-improve.
Right, or
If you
if you
feel
just
like
feel
you
like you just want to do it, just do it, but don't stress yourself. Don't push yourself if it's not, I guess, like, emotionally needed.
Don't do it to the point where you're harming yourself emotionally or
Right.
mentally.
Right. So
Right.
when mental, it depends what you're working on. There's, like, so many factors. If it's, like, that would be emotional depression. That would be emotional. But mentally, as in, like, you're drained, that's a big one. Oh, my God.
Don't even get me started.
Being drained, how do you even get out of that? You gotta know what you're getting drained out of. Oh, to be
You gotta
real,
know
like
what's
what
draining you first.
you gotta know what's draining you, and how you go about it. There's things that you can control, and there's things that you cannot control. If you can't control what's draining you, you kind of gotta put mentally. You gotta block it. If it's in your face, then it's something that you can't control. Certain things that are in your face that you can't control, you kind of actually just gotta not ignore it, but put it as like a less priority in your mind, mentally, not physically, because there's things that you got to do with the things you got to do, but mentally you got to set yourself as like, this is not, it's important, but I can't let this affect me. I say if this is something you can control, then you do it whatever it is accordingly. If it's a plan or you got to make a quick move, do it. Sometimes when it comes to mental stuff, especially getting drained, it's not going to feel good in the moment, but if it's the right decision, then it will feel better later on. So don't always associate good moves with faster, like, will also ties into emotionally as well. Like sometimes good decisions is not always going to feel good in the moment, but in the futuristic on, it's going to feel better.
Will benefit you in the future.
Right, so if you feel better, mentally, you improve. And then if you also, it's just like a mental thing with body, physical as well. you gotta mentally keep yourself straight. Sometimes it takes like maybe a friend or you being a little harder on yourself than usual to tell yourself like, nah, we gotta get it together. And it's okay to take time with that too, especially if you're impatient. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on that mentally. How do you get out of being drained?
Me personally?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good question.
and you too. How do you guys
Okay,
get out of being
so-
drained?
When I'm drained, like I feel drained. Something that always helps when I'm feeling drained is a good old fashioned nap. Like a nap. Like I'm talking about like I turn off my phone. I block out any outside distractions, stuff like that, and I just take a mental nap. I'm talking about like I reflect on everything that happened throughout the day, and if it affected me in a good or negative way to call it. Sometimes it's playing video games. That's my meditation, because that's where I have the space to think to myself and to think that. Also making music, listening to music, There's multiple forms of meditation. It's not always just sitting there staring at a wall like.
Yeah, I can't do that, bro.
I can't do that because
I can't. I've
I
tried
move
so
around
many
too much.
times.
I like
And you
to
start
move.
getting itchy too. It's just, I just can't do it.
Even
Just
stuff
can't
like-
meditate.
Even stuff like taking a walk or like.
Netflix on my tablet. Dude comes in out of nowhere telling me to clean up, but he don't even live there actually.
Oh.
So he's telling me to clean up, and over here he's just sitting down, and cause I don't like him. I didn't like him from the start.
Yeah.
My mom didn't want to listen. So then my mom said she's going to Home Depot. And I'm like, I'm coming with you. And then the dude, like, he said good. Like, I looked at him like, I told my mom, 1 or 2, I'm about to punch this dude in his face if I don't come with you.
Ooh.
And she knows I was serious. Because when I'm pissed off, she can tell.
Yeah.
Because he had like one more point to talk.
That's it.
Because he can't fight. I've been slapped out since I was like 11.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm straight. And he got braces, so I'm
Ooh.
rocking him.
Right in the mouth. That's
Yep.
it. Damn. That's the target.
Yep.
Tyler's like,
If you got braces, just so you know, that's a weakness.
yeah, if you got braces, don't even try. That's it. That's it. Right to the mouth. But yeah.
I can't even think of a segue for that. let's just go into
On that
spiritual.
note.
Yeah.
I can't even think of a segue. Let's just go right into spiritual. Ways to improve yourself in a spiritual sense.
Yeah.
Y'all got nothing. That's all.
Just turn to me.
Yeah, I got
Okay. See, that's great because spirituality is like complicated, but not. See, I'm gonna start off two
Chocolate
ways.
control.
Yeah, chocolate control, definitely. Technically, that thing is real though. Chocolate
Like
is a
I
real
said,
thing.
that's why she's the perfect person for this.
No, yeah, I do know a lot about spirituality because I know a lot about both sides. It's tricky because if I'm gonna separate, like I said, I'm gonna separate the two: regular spirituality, general, and then just religion, because religion is spirituality, right? So keep in mind that everyone's views are different, everyone's beliefs are different. So everyone going about spirituality is gonna be different. What you may experience spiritually is not gonna be the same way someone else does, and what you may view is for you might be wrong to somebody else as well too. So my journey was just kind of like, I guess, went to one way and then went the next, and then kind of like trying to figure out. You live and you learn. When it comes to stuff like that, don't be afraid to. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to acknowledge that just wasn't the path for you, because it is a tricky subject. Because I don't know, it's tricky because when you don't land it in the way that you want it to, it gets real. And when you tap into that, not realm, when you tap into that aura, or like just that surrounding that you just feel the spirituality, it everything starts looking and moving differently. So I say that spirituality is definitely like just that literally closes everything together. If you're moving spiritually, your mental health increases, your emotions increase also as well. And you just start becoming way more aware of everything around you. Not even just like surroundings, not even being observant, just more in tune with everybody. Whether that the practices are to achieve that goal is different, up to you. We'll talk about that after, right? Like literally right now. I say for the girls who like, or the girlies or the gents or whatever, just whoever just practices. I guess just like, I don't know, how do I explain? It's just so tricky because I don't want to be selective because it's like so broad. But one thing to improve spiritually is definitely journaling. Now, journaling is weird because not everyone is into it. I would say pick up a phone and record yourself, but then you'll be lost because you wouldn't have any guidance. The point of journaling is to slow down your mind and to really think about things rather than saying it. Because you could say a whole lot of things, but when you're writing it down, you'll think twice before putting it down on a piece of paper. Because if you're rereading it, then you're rereading your own mind, your own thoughts. And it's going to, that's the point of writing it down. You read your own mind in that moment, and then when you look back on it, it's just like, oh, I thought about it that way. Like, oh, okay. Improvement. But journaling, the point of it is not just writing down how you feel. It's not writing down what you want to do after. It's more of writing down how you feel, write down the situation, write down what triggered you. It's a lot of different things that you could. There's a lot of different methods. There's one very famous. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what shadow work. Whether you want to associate it, yeah, it's called shadow work. It's basically the point of it is just you focus on your shadow. So anything that like triggers you, anything that's your past, not in the future type thing.
So your shadow triggering you right now?
Huh? Yeah. It's like a big trigger. But I don't know if you wanna. Shadow work basically just dives in deep, and the thing that's so like funny with spirit. I guess I'm tired of saying spirituality. Spirituality. But the funny thing about that is that if you're not emotional, it's gonna kill you a little bit. It's gonna be a rough patch because you have to be emotional in order to self-improve in that. It's definitely one of the things that you both face. It's like boom, like in your face. Like, no, you gotta cry about it. It's alright. You've been holding this in for a minute now. Write it down. It's okay to not know the answer now, but later on you pick it up, with the path that you're going on. But that's one way. Another way, hobbies. If you have a hobby, do it more. Because doing your hobby, like you said, form meditation, which is also another thing, meditation, but hobbies is different though. Because hobbies could be used as a distraction for many other reasons, but spiritually, it's kind of like filling your own cup kind of thing. It makes you feel good. Because everything about the process of like that area is not always bad. So a way to self-improve in that is just do things that you still like. That fills your spirit, for real, like just fills up your spirit. And the meditation, calming your mind is important because you can't to fill up your spirit and stuff like that, you can't do it angrily. You gotta do it calmly. Relax your mind and stuff like that, and yeah, if you do those things and it has all the factors like religion, and if you get into crystals, tarot, psychic, there's so many like different ways of increasing your spiritual self. That's why I'm just saying the general stuff, not to like really offend anybody or like just to be more like towards a specific group. I just wanted for it to be very broad. But yeah, if you just do those 3 things, you see how things slowly start to shift. Or depending if you're born with a certain ability, because some people are born just naturally in tune. Sometimes things happen to people. It's just like if you tell them your story, just like, yo, that happened to you. Like, what? Yeah. Sometimes people who are just spiritually born, like, very high in like intuition, stuff like that, face things harder earlier. So that's another, like I said, everyone's journey is different. Everyone's story is different. So to get into more self-improvement, when it comes to religion, it makes it easier because there's already a guidance. If you're Christian, focus on prayer, focus on the Bible, because you can't really improve yourself if you don't know the Word of God. You got to know how He speaks in order for you to listen to Him. That when it comes to psychics and like crystals, I mean, I don't do that no more. That's not my thing anymore. I learned the hard way. But if you do that, that's you. But definitely, I guess, use your crystals, set intention. You can still set intention to God. You can still set intention to the universe, if you believe in that as well. You can still set intention to yourself, put it out there, you know? Sometimes things just happen. You don't really have to have a belief to really improve spiritually either. So, yeah, but it's good to be spiritual. It's definitely a different feeling. You start thinking differently, everything starts shifting. If you focus on yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, yeah, that's great. But hitting the spiritual realm, it's a whole different ball game. All that process, like physically, mentally, and emotionally, all that stuff, when you start doing it through the spiritual way, that's when things starts being real. And it's easier said than done. How you go about that is different for everyone, so I'm not gonna give like a tutorial guide. I can't really give one because I don't know. I just have like I've always been born with like little things or whatever. It runs in the family, so I can't really give like a tutorial how to be stronger. Some people have more sensitivity to it. Some people have to work to their spirituality. So it's definitely it's a process, and it's not gonna be a short one either. It's literally forever. You improve, you learn, you make mistakes. You could shift it. You could do anything you want with that. It's something that's just not. It's not a physical thing. So you just do whatever you want with it. So yeah, that's how you know self improvement in that.
You believe in spirit animals?
I do. No.
Do you think you have a spirit animal?
A spirit animal? I feel that if I was to be an animal, I'll be one, but I don't believe in spirit animals. I do believe that pets can be spirits because they're living things. As I feel like if people who pass on, animals that pass on do guide you. Like, it's crazy to think that there's not souls on this earth stuck, you know? So I feel that if someone passes on, I do believe that they do stick with you because it's not. My belief is solely on, like, I'm Christian, I'm a Catholic, so I don't believe in really reincarnation. So I believe souls are souls, and they stay with you to guide you. Sometimes I've had that one time that I was on. It was actually I don't remember what episode it was. It was towards December. It was the first semester that I told you guys that my teacher came through my dream. Mind you, I've never had an experience like that, but he came to my dream. That's not no reincarnation. That was a spirit. Like, ain't no way. You know? Certain things, like another way of that you know that you're spiritually, you know, improving is when you start getting ideas that you know is not your mind. That's one way. Whether that's like the Holy Spirit, God, or whether it's, you know, your guides and stuff like that, whatever you believe in. That's one way to know, but you also have to like decipher that, whether it's just your mind, you're going like giving yourself ideas, or it's something completely not you. So, yeah. I mean, it's not something I really speak about so in depth. You kind of, because sound crazy. Because these things are not something that you see, is not something that anybody could just easily experience. So when you really get down deep into your own experiences of how you learn certain things, just simply just off of just you knowing is just not easy to understand or to really interpret if you're not someone who don't connect that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Spiritual.
Spirituality.
So we've covered all four. We've covered mental, emotional, spiritual.
Mm-hmm. Talk about us.
I feel like I'm missing one.
Emotional.
Physical.
Physical, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess now it's time to talk about how we feel like we self-improve, right?
Right.
How we self-improve. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry.
We're back.
And we're back talking about and we're back talking about our personal experiences about how we self-improve. So, who wants to go first?
I say you go first. I think
Me.
yeah. I want to know how you. I want to hear him too.
You want to know how we
I'm
self-improve?
curious. I want to hear.
Okay. All right. How do I self-improve? That's a good question.
Or like, how have you self-improved?
How have I self-improved?
Not like futuristic. How have you? Like, what was your journey?
Okay, my journey to self-improvement. So, I'm going to start off with physically. So, my physical journey to self-improvement involved me doing more exercises, getting out more. It involved me eating healthier. It involved me, just getting outside, getting some good fresh air, you know what I'm saying? I used to always just be inside, never even outside like that. and when I go outside, I won't be outside for long periods of time. So definitely, getting out more, eating more healthier.
That's a big one.
Eating, stuff that help me out in the long run. Also trying stuff that I never tried before.
That is so much fun, yo.
Like,
I love doing stuff like that.
not just sticking to the same thing every day. Like, trying out something new almost, not every day, but like, every now and again to keep it, to keep it fresh, keep it fun. So that's physical. Emotionally, is just to always remember that I'm a human being, and I shouldn't expect more, or I shouldn't expect myself to do all, like, to be anything that I'm not. To remind myself, like, I'm this person. This is what you're gonna get from me, and if you want anything else, keep looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, remind myself who I am, remind myself what I offer to the table, and just always remember to accept myself for who I am, and know that, I don't have to change for anybody. That's how I do it emotionally. What else was there? Mentally, how I mentally self-improve myself is always remember that tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. Don't let what happened today affect how your day goes tomorrow. Keep a healthy mindset. Wake up every day knowing today could be one of the best days of my life, so just strive for that. Also, like, if there's anything like toxic in your life, remove yourself from it immediately, and just make sure you always keep that positive mindset. And then finally, spiritually, simple answer, chakra control.
It's chakra.
That's what I said, chakra.
You said chakra. It
I
sounds
said
so
I
weird
said
when you
chakra
say
control.
it.
Chakra.
Don't
Sounds weird when you say it.
Don't make fun of my accent. But yes, that's the main thing. Control it. Be one with it. You gotta let it give you control. You feel me?
Feel you. Oh, that's.
Chakra. No, I'm playing
I was
it.
about to say.
All right, but yeah, that's how I deal with self-improvement. Floor is yours.
Floor is yours.
She wants to hear your answer. So
I can see.
I really want to hear.
Wow.
Because I'm curious. I want to know about my friend's stuff. Like, damn, I'm nosy. Just a little bit.
We know
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Wow. Alright, so physically, I like to work out, so that my type of therapy is working out. Then just talking to people in the gym, just conversating, meeting new people who work out, and then emotionally, I'm not that emotional though. So
That's okay.
That's fine.
but yeah, stop. Well, I stop myself from kind of getting mad. Like how mad I want to
Honda
actually.
is something.
How mad I actually want to be. I stop myself from doing it. And mentally, just self-isolation, stay to myself. And spiritually, I've been into yin yang basically my whole life, so that actually helped me. Got the good, got the darkness, the light.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yin yang.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't go down the list like you guys. I can't.
Let's start off with emotionally. How do you?
No, I mean, like, I think I'm just gonna just say off, just straight up, just boom. Because usually I feel that everyone changes, obviously, like, every 6 months, it's, like, not a whole brand new, different you, but, like, you change. But I feel like when it comes to self-improvement, it happens in, like, jumbled periods of time, if that makes sense. It just all hits in one. You know what I mean? Like, let's say, for example, December, something happens. Okay, cool. Little jump in the road. Boom, something. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, whoa, hold on. And then it's just plateau. And then it's a plateau. Boom, 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 boom. And so it's kind of just, when it comes to self-improvement, I learn in just all at once. So I say, physically, every time I self-improve physically is always for a competitive reason. So I kind of don't have the best, like, emotional attachment to when it comes to working out. I usually view it as a competition, Mainly that's probably because like the sports and so all that stuff, but or maybe just because just things I just had to do. It had to be physically fit. I have no issue going to the gym, but I'm not a consistent person. I think that's one thing also to consider, like to understand about yourself. You have to know yourself as well. If you know you can't build a schedule, don't make a schedule. Why would you do that to yourself? Because you're not going to follow it. If you're trying to get better at it, make a tiny schedule and build up from that. But know yourself before you self-improve. And if you don't, you'll learn in the process. But how did I do it? Let's say recently, because I guess like recently is just like hit all the points. Recently, I guess physically, I learned what workouts work best for me emotionally. That makes sense. Or mentally. I figured out that running on a treadmill is not for me. It's really not. The girls that love the treadmill, love that for you, but for me, I had to go to the park and actually run the actual like trails and stuff. I gotta go up down the hills. I gotta run next to water. Something. It feels a lot less. The strain is a lot less on my mind. Am I a good runner? Probably not the best, but that's what feels the best. Learning that certain things as like certain workouts just doesn't work for me, so I just alternate. So that's a way of self-improvement. And also I guess during the the closest period of time where it's like the jumble stuff, what else? Mentally, I tend to be a lot more hard on myself, so reminding myself like, yo bro, like why you mad hard on yourself? Like relax, calm down. You don't need to be so self-critical. Like, I get it, like, damn, like, this is me talking to myself, like, damn, I get it, like, you want to be the best version, but it's okay to, like, have a little crack sometimes. You always want to improve, but you don't always got to force yourself to have this mentality that you need to change every few months, or you need to change something. I love to change things. I just do. My hair is the clear indication. I always like to change my surroundings, so every time I feel like I'm bored, I have to switch it up. But yeah, that's why I said hobbies, like going out, trying new things. Definitely a way to self-improve. I mean, like, for example, I like to try new restaurants. Why do I make it such a big deal? Because I'm fat, like, because I'm fat, and it's okay,
Okay.
If it's a way of self-improving yourself, to just make yourself feel happy in a very sad moment, sad time, then that's what you gotta do. That's another way to self-improve. Going out to more restaurants and trying to figure out what's the best restaurants in New York City that's affordable and like enjoyable, and the area being nice. You could do other things in the area too. Got my little spots written down and stuff, saved on TikTok. Don't ask me how many saved places I haven't went to on TikTok. It's way too many. Probably in the hundreds. I have a lot of restaurants on my. So anybody wants to go out and eat, I probably got a list for you. Just give me a moment because I gotta scroll. I got a whole catalog. But I say, what else? Emotionally, let your emotions run. I'm not used to that. Just let it run. Just let it breathe, depending how you are. For me, if it's something serious, there's a cutoff time. You could still have you could have like a week of sadness. But then you gotta get in your week of your baddie girl era. I'm not gonna lie. But if you get in your sad girl era, in the nighttime, it's okay. The emotions hit in the night sometimes. For some reason, nighttime is just the perfect time to just cry. I guess I don't know. Sometimes it be hitting at night.
Late night.
Late night, you just cry. But even if it's like little, like I'm sad. I'm sad. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Just do it. But you still gotta be in your baddie girl. You're still baddie. That's the best way. That's how I went about it. Like, you're baddie still. It's okay. You can feel this way, but you're still baddie. Right? Spiritually, that was the biggest thing during the summer, bro. Oh my God. I could go on for hours about this, but I won't. But I guess the spiritually part really just knocked me. Like, literally, if somebody was to punch me in my face, that's what it felt like. The way that it's just... Because I stopped using, I never used crystals. That's like the funny thing. Never really used them. I just liked them. I was like, let's see if it works. Like, let's see if it works. Just like experimenting. No, don't do that. Don't do that if you're really sensitive to stuff like that. But the whole entire transition into just getting accidentally really deep into it, and then switching that over to like religion was a very huge shift, because then you literally start facing demons, and that is scary, bro. It is scary, especially because with dreams. I remember when I actually was like, you know what, I'm actually done. Like, I went cold turkey on it. I was like, I'm not dealing with this stuff. I still have it. I still have my crystals because I do think they're really pretty, and obviously they came from Earth. But I don't have any spiritual intention with it, so that doesn't really. It's not a bad thing to still have them. If anything, I still wear them because I still think it's pretty jewelry. I view it as jewelry. I don't use it for any other purpose. But when I really didn't really care about it and then realized I was really sensitive to it, all that stuff, there was a period of time where I went cold turkey and then nightmares back to back. I'm a very vivid dreamer, but I do not have nightmares that often. It was the type of nightmares I was receiving was not normal, and I knew it wasn't just a regular dream. So yeah, once that stopped, that was great. I'm phenomenal now. But what really made me go cold turkey is when I had a dream that almost came true. That scared me completely, and that's the reason why I went cold turkey. Oh my god, I can't speak. Cold turkey. So like, yeah, all that crystal stuff. No, not for me personally. But I did learn a lot. I'm not mad. I'm really not mad that I went through that. I think, when you just live and you learn. I didn't think much of it in the moment. I didn't think there was so much into it, like, during the time. I didn't realize the stuff I was facing was things that other people was facing, but on a way deeper level than I thought I was in. So it was a situation where it's like, I need to get out of this now. And that entire transformation had me messed up for months. For a few months. I say like 2 to 3. Yeah, almost like the entire summer. So yeah. Yeah, it was a moment. So that's what I learned spiritually. That when it comes to shifts, you will literally hit every single thing. Mental. Oh my god, I can't speak. Mental. All the leaves, bro. I cannot do the leaves. Like, I can barely say nationality. Like,
I'll trip a little bit too. I was
gosh.
Like,
okay, mentally, emotionally, physically, and
spiritually.
Okay, not spiritually because we're talking about that. But I hit all of those through the spirit. So through all that spirit stuff. So yeah, that's how I know it all ties together deeply. Because once you're not okay. If your spirit's not okay, you won't be okay. So that's my ending.
There you go.
There you have it.
So if there was, let's say you had to give one piece of advice. I'm shorting it down to one because you like to ramble.
I do ramble.
One piece of advice to give to anybody trying to self-improve on themselves. What would that piece of advice be?
One word.
No, I can't.
No, not one word, but like just
one piece of advice. Let me think. Damn, because that's just so broad. So I'll probably say one piece of advice is that it doesn't stop. Don't think just because you improve now or you're at your highest now doesn't mean you can't be at your highest later. It doesn't stop.
That's a good piece of advice.
Yeah.
Duane, what's your piece of advice?
Oh, I thought she was only doing it.
No, it's
Oh, I so I was just waiting for her to talk.
Just come up with one, man.
You do one and then
It'll come up.
Yeah, even though I know it's not.
Okay, so if I had to give one piece of advice to anybody trying to self-improve, don't use other people as a template. Don't try to improve just so you can be somebody else. Try to improve to be the best version of yourself.
Damn.
And don't improve for anybody else either. Because if you do that, then you're morphing into something that you don't want to be.
For yourself. You are you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, one thing that happens when you self-improve, you lose a lot of people. Yep. And it's not your fault, babes. It's not.
They're just not there.
Sacrifices
it's
are
not.
It's
not it. Because when you really think about it, when you self-improve and stuff like that, it's like a filter system. Obviously, the people that are gone, that you feel like you're alone sometimes, the isolation period is not your fault. It's needed. Go ahead, say your thing.
He said, y'all both said what I was saying. I can't even.
Okay. Damn.
And it's okay, because low key, those were two pretty good. But, and what time is it?
We're literally right, like, exactly
Right
when
on
we started. Yeah, right on time, literally.
That's a first. Anyways, that's gonna conclude episode 2.
Right.
Episode 2 of ABU season 2. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, ABU Podcast YT. We have all future episodes on there, as well as previous season 1 episodes. So if you want to go back and watch a certain episode from season 1, it's on the YouTube. And we got more stuff coming to the YouTube as well, but you have to stay tuned for that. Also, go check out our latest video. We uploaded a video of the Pinocchio debate. Just saying.
Write down how you feel about that too.
Just speaking his name makes me lose brain cells. Go check out that video. Just post it. Go give it a like. Comment under it with what you think about the question. If your brain can even process it, because mine couldn't.
Mine did.
No, it didn't.
We're not gonna get into that right now. But go follow our Instagram, ABU_podcast on Instagram. Man, don't tell about that TikTok, yo.
ABU Podcast 4, and don't worry, clips are coming soon. Just give it a little
Clips
time.
are on the way. With that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you guys next
What's the word
week.
of the day?
Ooh!
Just said we'll see you next week. The word of the day, chakra.
Chakra!
Chakra. We will see you guys next week with more chakra.
Yeah. Woo! Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe button up here. Comment down below. And watch the latest video. Bye, guys!